Hi friends, I'm here with a yoga practice. As always, please go at your own pace, rest whenever you need to, modify anything you need to. If something I'm offering isn't working, you can skip it, change it, or do whatever feels right for you. Let's begin on our backs today. So you can come into a Shavasana type position. Go ahead and spread out. If there's any adjustments you could make to your body or your clothing so you're more at ease, go ahead and do those things. And then start to slow down your breath. Letting each exhale help you settle a little bit more back into the floor. And establish a nice slow rhythm with your breath. And we'll try to keep that throughout the practice, but there may be times where your mind wanders and your breath goes back to a more shallow, natural pace. So as often as you need to reset the intention to breathe deeply, slowly, you're welcome to keep your eyes closed or open them as it's useful for you throughout your practice. Let's begin by sliding arms overhead and stretching out really long through your fingers and toes. And then interlace your fingers and press out through your palms, flex your feet. Bring your right knee in, grab hold of it and hug it in as close as you can. Let's straighten the right leg up, flex, and point your foot a few times. Circle your ankle, a few big circles both directions, getting to your full range of motion. And then release, bend your knee in, open your knee out to the right, and then straighten part way or all the way out to the side. Feeling what's here. And then release, bend your knee, bring it across, spinal twist. You might explore within each pose using movement, using touch. Staying in your twist, try straightening your right leg on a low diagonal, right arm on a high diagonal. And then release, roll back onto your back. Bring both knees in, little circle or rock. Grab hold of just the left knee, drop the right leg long, squeeze this knee in. And then straighten this leg up, flex and point your foot a few times. Circle your ankle a couple times one way, a couple times the other way. Bend your knee back in, open your knee out to the left, and then straighten any amount. Going to your edges, going to what's possible, and then practicing relaxing there. Sometimes when I go towards my edge, there's a tightening, a little bit of fear or resistance. So noticing your reactivity, and we're trying to consciously choose how we respond rather than going by habitual patterned reactions. So here in our practice, we can notice and choose. Bend your knee, bring it across, spinal twist. First to the bent knee. Feeling around within this shape, what is there? Then straighten your left leg on a low diagonal, left arm on a high diagonal, reaching long from fingers to toes. And then release, roll back onto your back, bring both knees in, little circle or rock. And then drop your feet to the floor. We'll take a little bit of core work here. Interlace your fingers behind your head. Exhale, lift, head and chest up. Inhale, release down. Exhale up. Inhale down. Up and down. Up and down. Up and down. Let's take two more. Last one. And then release, bring your right knee in and take your left elbow across so they touch or come towards one another. And then extend the right leg really long, bring it back in. Extend long. In. Extend long, keep the belly drawing in strongly the whole time. In. Extend long. One more. Same thing, other side, switching, left knee in, right elbow across, reach long. In, extend long. Knee in, reach long. In, and extend. Take one more. Now bring both legs up. We're going to outwardly rotate the legs. Bring one leg in front of the other and then switch. And we're going to switch back and forth quickly as you slowly lower legs towards the floor. Once it gets difficult to keep the lower back down, head back up and then go up and down slowly, switching quickly, keeping belly drawing in strongly the whole time. Breath deep, face relaxed. Let's take one more, lower and lift. And then release. Bring both knees in, another little circle or rock. Roll your way up. Let's come all the way into a high push-up position. Set your hands near the front of your mat, step your feet back. Feel your whole body in a straight long line, core supporting you, underside supporting you, lifting up. And then shift your weight forward to lower down. Come into your back bend, cobra or up dog. As low or high as feels right for you. Shoulders are back and down wherever you are. And then back to down dog, hips high. Take your time getting into this first down dog of class. You might pedal out your feet a little bit. Bending one knee as you press the opposite heel towards the floor, waking up the backs of the legs. Checking in on all the details of this pose, everything you know, everything you've learned. And then drop your knees and sink back to child's pose, releasing hips to the heels, forehead to the floor. Letting go. Whenever you come to a rest, that could be a good place to reestablish your slow, steady breath. With arms out in front of you, walk your hands over to the left and then pull back through your right hip, stretching right side a little more. Come through center and over to the other side. Pull back through your left hip, stretching left side a bit more. And then back to center. Lift up through table, come back through down dog, and walk hands and feet towards one another. We'll hang in ragdoll. Feet hip width apart, parallel. You can bend your knees a little or a lot. You can take any movement here. And then bend your knees a little more and slowly roll up, coming all the way up to standing. Step up to the front of the mat. Mountain pose, hands together. Feet can be together or apart. Next inhale, arms sweep high. Exhale, fold forward, swan dive down. Inhale, lengthen. Step or hop your feet back. Lower down. Up dog or cobra. And back to down dog. We'll take 5 deep breaths. In down dog or child's pose or sitting, any neutral shape. Last breath here. Come back through down dog and step or hop your feet forward. Inhaling, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, up to standing. Exhale, arms press down. Again, inhale, arms high. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen. Step or hop back, lower down. Up dog or cobra. And back to down dog. This time from down dog, take your right leg up, bend your knee in and start circling this bent right knee. Biggest circle possible for your hip joint. Next time your leg is up, reach it straight, and then bring your right knee towards right upper arm. Extend it up and back. Take it across towards left upper arm. Reach it up and back. And right towards the center of your chest. Extend it up and back. Big step forward. High lunge. Inhale, arms up. Sink low. Let's grab the left wrist, take it across for a little side bend. Come over to the other side, grab your right wrist, take it across. Back to center. Interlace fingers behind your back. Open up the heart. Release arms up. Tip forward. Standing splits. We'll do this with hips square and with the upper body letting go like ragdoll. Let your head hang, let the neck release. Stretch that left leg straighter, longer, higher. Last breath here. Big step back. Warrior one. Inhale, arms up. Let's come into eagle arms. Right elbow on top of left. Lift the chest. Sink the hips. Start to shift your weight forward, come onto the toes, that back foot, and then step into Eagle, Garudasana, knee on top of knee. If you can hook your ankle around your calf, do so. If it doesn't reach, just hug it in close. And then unwind, half moon, Ardha Chandrasana. You might grab a block for your bottom hand or bend your bottom leg. going in the direction of a straight long line from one arm to the other, from your head to your back foot. Expanding. Last breath here. Let's release. Make your way back to down dog, however you get there. Just feeling what you're choosing to do, whatever that is. From down dog, when you're ready, left leg sweeps up. Bend your knee in and start circling. Next time your leg is up, reach it straight, send it a little higher, and then bring your left knee towards left upper arm. Extend it up and back. Take it across towards right upper arm. Reach it up and back. And right towards the center of your chest. Extend it up and back. Big step forward, high lunge. Inhale, arms up. Settle in. Grab your right wrist, take it across. Come over to the other side, grab your left wrist, take it across. Back to center, interlace fingers behind your back, other thumb on top this time. Release arms up. Tip forward, standing splits, hands to the floor or to a couple of blocks. Letting the weight of your head hang. Last breath. Big step back. Warrior one. We'll take eagle arms. Left elbow on top this time. Lift the chest. Sink the hips. Start to shift your weight forward, come onto the toes, that back foot, and then step into eagle, Garudasana. Deep bend in the supporting leg. Hips sink, but head lifts. Feel the torso lengthening both directions. Last breath. Release. Half moon, Ardha Chandrasana. Expanding. Last breath. Release. Make your way back to down dog, however you get there. And then settle into a good rest, whether that's down dog, child's pose, sitting, something else. More important than the shape, come back to a quality of presence, of ease. Last breath here. Come back through down dog and step or hop your feet forward. Inhaling, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, up to standing. Exhale, arms press down. Let's bend the knees and come into chair. Utkatasana. Hips sink low, head reaches high, shoulders drop low, fingers reach high. Feel Everything that's going up and down in two directions. Last breath here. Release, fold forward. Inhale, lengthen. Step or hop your feet back, lower down. Up dog or cobra. And back to down dog. Right leg sweeps up. Step forward, high lunge. Inhale, arms up. Let's come into a twist here. Left elbow across to the outside of the right knee. Feel free to do a low lunge instead if you would rather drop the back knee. Feel free to take any arm position. Lots of variations here. Choose the one that works for you right now. One more deep breath. And then release, hands to the floor. If you have blocks, you may want to grab them. We're going to drop the back knee. If you want to pat it, you could roll up the side of your mat, or if you have a blanket, you could use that. We're going to take a hamstring stretch. Take the hips back, inch the front foot forward, flex the toes back. Come up as high as you need to on your hands or blocks or fingertips, or if you don't have anything, you can use your shin. And if you want to slide further forward towards splits, you're welcome to. Let your body tell you when to stop. It could be right away. Feeling where you are. If you did slide forward, slide your way back. To release, we'll bring both hands to the inside. You can bring your blocks with you if you have them. Turn out through the right foot and then shift hips down for lizard pose, which could be on the elbows, on blocks, or the floor. And if you want to also add a quad stretch to this, you can bend the back leg and reach back for it. Same or opposite hand. If you can't reach, then don't worry about it. Leave that option off. To release, we'll drop the back foot if you had it. Bring your hands shoulder width apart. We're going to lift up to plank height and then shift into a side plank. Before we do, you can shimmy your right foot a little further down your mat so it's a little easier to come onto the outer edge of your left foot. Lift the right arm up. You can stay here or take any other variation of side plank. There are lots of them, so just choose one. Breathing, feeling where you are. Release, make your way back to down dog. Same thing other side, just taking one thing at a time, feeling where you are now, and then when you're ready, left leg sweeps up, step forward, high lunge. Inhale, arms up, come into a twist. Similar variation to whatever you took on the other side. So if you did drop the back knee or take a different arm position, you can do so again. Last breath. Release, hands to the floor or to your blocks. Drop the back knee, pat it if you like. Take the hips back for a hamstring stretch. So you might inch the front foot forward, flex the toes back. If you did slide further towards splits on the other side, you might try that again. If you did slide forward, slide your way back. Bring both hands to the inside, turn out through the front foot, shift weight forward, coming into lizard, whatever variation you did on the other side. So if you did bend the back leg, you can try that again. Let's release. Make your way to hands shoulder width apart, tuck the back toes, lift the hips, plank height, shimmy the left foot down, and then come into some variation of side plank. Similar to what you did on the first side. Breathing. Can you find ease here, even as it might be intense, even as you might be wobbling, feeling where you are? Eventually make your way back to down dog, and that could be through some movement, maybe a vinyasa, maybe some other movement. Let's come all the way through to sitting and onto our backs. We'll bring the knees in. Take a little circle or rock with your knees, releasing the lower back, and then set up for a few back bends. We'll start with bridge, and then you can take it where you like from there. Feet hip width apart, parallel. Start to press the feet down to lift the hips high. Once your hips are high enough, interlace your fingers behind your back. Shrug your shoulders underneath you. Take your hips as high as you can, but can you also find ease here? When the pose feels complete, take your arms out of your way, roll down, and rest. And then rest until you feel like coming up again. If you feel like coming up again, you can take bridge, what we just did, half wheel, full wheel, supported bridge, any back bend you know or want to try. And you can stay as long or short as you like. Could be one breath, could be many breaths. Feel where you are, feel what you're doing right now. When the pose feels complete, come down and rest. And you can repeat that process until you don't feel like coming up again. If you are still back bending, there's no rush. If you are done, move on to a counter stretch, happy baby, or anything else you'd like to do to release your back. I'm going to begin to wind down this practice. If you want to keep practicing, of course you could. You can shut off the video and do whatever you want. If you are ready to wind down, check in with your body. Is there anything else that's needed before you complete? So I'll continue to suggest things, but you might go in a different direction based on what your body needs. So I'll suggest a little hip stretch, right ankle over left knee, reach the hands through, grab the left leg, hug it in. Can you drop your shoulders, drop your chin, spread the back of the torso. And keeping the legs as they are, we're going to take the arms out of it and then tip the whole thing over to the left. So the whole outside of the left foot leg comes to the floor and your right foot comes to the floor. From here, you can use your left hand to push your right knee away and then roll open through the right shoulder. So a little bit of a twist, kind of getting deep into the hip in a different way. Now last variation on this side, we're going to go ahead and tuck the right shin under the left. So kind of like eagle legs, and then let them fall all the way over to the side. So the legs sort of pin themselves in place, and you can get a nice deep twist opening out through the right shoulder. And then release, unwind, roll back onto your back. Bring both knees in again, little circle. Drop your feet to the floor, cross your left ankle above your right knee, reach your hands through, grab the right leg, hug it in. Spreading and releasing the lower back, the upper back, the back of the neck. Keep the legs as they are, release your arms, and then tip your legs over to the right. So outside the right leg comes the floor, left sole of the foot. Then you can use your right hand to push your left knee away, roll open through the left shoulder. And then tuck the left shin under the right, a little bit like eagle legs, knees coming all the way towards the floor, open out through the left shoulder. And then release, roll back onto your back, unwind. One more circle, and then let's shake everything out. Shake your legs, sink your arms up, shake your arms. Really fast. And then let it go. Take your time getting your body settled. Again, if there is anything else you need to do, keep doing it. If you want to adjust your clothing or grab props or give yourself a little massage anywhere. Eventually settling into stillness. And then you can let go of the control of your breath. Let go of trying to do anything, just settling into the ease of being. Slowly begin to wiggle your fingers and toes, gently waking your body up again. You can increase this movement gradually through your wrists and ankles, eventually stretching out long. When you're ready, bring your knees in, roll to one side, and then use your hands to help you up to sitting. We'll bring hands together at the heart. Namaste. Thank you, everyone. Thanks so much for practicing with me. Thanks for taking such good care of yourself. Hope you have a good rest of your day.